Hey guys, okay, here is another subject to talk about is how narcissists are relentless in not letting you go when you choose to go no contact with them. I have plenty of examples because not only do I have my family, my mom and sisters that are narcissists, but I tend to attract myself to narcissistic people. Now that I'm aware of it, red flags are up a lot quicker, so I know exactly what to do. Obviously with my mom, she will continue to contact my siblings. In fact, since I'm not talking to my sisters, I'm good on that one. I'm good and clear. But with my brother, he lives out of state, so he checks in from time to time, him and his wife, just to, hi mom, how's it going, blah, blah. Always, always, always. Have you talked to so-and-so? It's always the same crap. And then, of course, he calls me and goes, oh my God, she won't leave us alone. She knows I don't want to talk to her anymore. Leave me the hell alone. But she won't, because that's what they do. They need their source somewhere. And trust me, I've gone back after feeling guilty about the whole thing. She doesn't change. There's no apology. It's the same crap. Maybe she's on her best behavior for a month, and then we're back to the old crap again. And then I leave again. Trust me, I'm old now, and it's happened a lot of times. So please, they are relentless. They are relentless. They are relentless. They do not like the no contact because you're not giving them any fuel. It's the best way to get, I don't want to say revenge per se, but to get closure for yourself so you can move on. Another example was my friend's dad. Okay, my dad passed away. So he lives in the neighborhood, and I guess a realtor or something connected him and my mom together. And they didn't know each other. I was friends with my friend back in high school, and I don't know, back then my mom didn't really get to know the parents of my friends, so whatever. And I was always not home. Anyway, he all of a sudden now hangs out with my mom. Now I didn't know him that well because again I was hanging out with my friend, and he was never really home a lot. It was more like the stepmom was home, so I didn't really get to know him. I like him, he's a nice guy, but I didn't really know him. So now I know him because I clean houses, and he asked if I could clean his house because he wanted someone he could trust. So now, guess who I get to hear about? Yes, that's right, how lovely my mom is all the time. And I clearly told him, hey, I'm not really getting along with my mom and sisters. I'd rather us not talk about them because it's really uncomfortable in my eyes. I don't like talking about people I don't like. So, I don't want to hear about them. I just want to be done. Go away. I'm not really into hanging out with my enemies like the narcissists like that. They don't mind. They like to hang out with you because they need their fuel and they find it fun. I do not find this fun. So I find it odd that he kept bringing her up all the time, even when he clearly knows I don't talk to her. And one time she actually even showed up at the house. It's like he told her I was going to be there cleaning. What the hell, right? And so thankfully I was almost done cleaning. I was at my end, and so I left. And I texted him saying, look, I'm not comfortable cleaning your house at all anymore because that was not okay. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know she was coming over. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I kind of find that to be a lie, but whatever. So 6 months, that was about a little over 6 months ago. And he didn't bother me. So I'm like, good, we're done. We're on good terms. I just said, look, I'm uncomfortable about cleaning your house. But anyway, he sends all of a sudden, I get this really nice card with a cute little polar bear, and it said, I miss you. I really want you to clean my house again. So I felt bad and guilty. And like I said, relentless. What part of I don't want to clean your house anymore do you not get? But no. So I came back around. I figured out it wasn't his fault. Came back around. Guess what? Pulling the same shit again. He even went to Thanksgiving over there. He tells me different. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure I really want to hang out with your mom anymore. She's very judgmental. So I'm thinking, okay, he gets it. He's on my side. He knows me more than he knows her because he's known me a long time. He's seen what I'm seeing, but no, he's still hanging out with her every day. Because when I talked to his daughter, my friend, she said, oh yeah, he sang to her on the phone, and I want to barf. Okay, so I had asked her, look, I like your dad. I think he's cool, but is he narcissistic in any way? I mean, I hope you don't get offended by me asking that. And she immediately wrote back, hell to the yes, he is. Why do you think I live out of state? She lives with her mom. She doesn't want to come back out here to live with her dad. Well, she doesn't have to. She's an adult now, but I mean, live out here near him kind of thing. So now that I know that, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So I had canceled my cleaning with him, which is in a couple weeks. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm out. And then a couple of days ago, he texted me, "Oh, there's a kitten. My friend found a little kitten. I don't know what to do with it. Can you help? Why the hell are you contacting me? I'm not an animal shelter, you know?" So I didn't know what to say. I like, do I ignore that? But I just decided, hey, just contact the local animal shelter. They'll take in kittens and they get adopted out fast. Because in the past, I would go over there and donate to them. He doesn't know any of that, so I don't know how he would think to call me about that. But I know those kittens go fast, so I know they're safe. If you didn't know, I wasn't going to take in another cat, so I'm like, sorry. Anyway, so that's that example. There's another example of someone else, again, another narcissist I met during one of my hobbies I do. And he was like my first friend I found, like, oh, you're into this too, awesome. You know, we knew each other just online, and then we started geocaching together. That's the hobby I'm talking about, is geocaching, where you go finding objects with your GPS. It's kind of a nerdy game, but it's fun. Anyway, so he became my one and only friend. I met plenty of friends outside of that after him, but he was my one and only friend at the time, so I really relied on him to help me with hints and stuff, because he had a lot more finds than I did, and I was new. And I think he realized, hey, this person is non-judgmental, they're gullible, they trust people. Took advantage of that. So he started being kind of verbally abusive. Kind of weird. It was just a whole weird friendship. And so I stopped hanging out with him, but I would spy on his geocaching account at times. You know, kind of like Facebook, you can look at each other's accounts and see what they found and stuff. And it was just kind of just weird how he would just look for stuff and add me onto his log. Like you log in your find on the geocaching.com site, and it was always some kind of subtle hint in there, indirectly, about me in there that nobody else would know about, like inside joke kind of stuff. Reaching out in a way, and I'd feel guilty and I'd reach out again, and he'd pull the same crap and I'd leave. It was the same crap over and over again. It's been years now, so I don't even he gave up. Although I did see, because I don't really check the site anymore, but I did check it like 2 years ago out of curiosity, because I was bored one day, and he did have some kind of indirect thing on his log, and I was like, oh my god, but I didn't care at that point, so it didn't matter. Another one was my neighbor of ours. We met him at our community pool, and he was a pretty cool guy. Funny, you know, they always are. That's how they suck you in. They start out really nice and, you know, oh, this guy's funny, or this person seems like a great friend. Well, that was all fine and dandy, but then he started hanging out with us more often, you know, going to our place, and, you know, we'd hang out. Getting to know him more and more, I realized, I don't think I like this guy that much. So I kind of would stop hanging out with him, but he would once in a while send like a text, like a joke, or just kind of reaching out a lot, to the point where I'm like, oh, okay. But no, he's an ass. Like last year, now I know better, because this year it's the same time frame now, the holidays. And last year he's married now, so he hasn't really been bothering me as much now, because I think his wife is a lot like me, and I think he's getting his source through her. But he had asked me if I could clean his house last year, and I thought, that's fine, you know, I could, sure, why not? I could use some extra money. I'm free that day, he's asked. He goes, yeah, I'm having a family reunion. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So if you could clean our house for this family reunion party, that'd be great. So I'm over there cleaning his house, and a friend of his that I know shows up to drop something off, and she's like, hey, I'll see you at the Christmas party later today. I'm like, no, apparently I was not invited to this Christmas party this year, but I'm cleaning the house for said party I'm not invited to. So that's the kind of crap he pulls. I didn't tell him that I knew that, but I'm sure his friend said something later that day, because he magically showed up later before the party with a bottle of wine, and it was just like, oh, hey, thank you again for cleaning my house. I'm sure it was because she said something, and he felt like, oh no. I really don't care. He's not worth it to me. So, but that's the thing. Once you're aware of this stuff, and you watch more of these YouTube videos of people that can educate you more about narcissism, the less you really give two shits about them anymore. Like, you realize they're not worth the investment, because it's like a savings account with no interest. It's like it takes money out of your account. Just, that's what you consider these kind of people. And I like to save my money, and I like to invest my money in something with a better interest, as in a better friend. So Don't give up. They are relentless. Don't give in. Do not feel guilty. And if you look up my other video, I mentioned write yourself up a list of reasons why these people are not in your life, so you never feel guilty, and just call that list back up to remind you why you made that decision. Thanks for watching. Bye.